Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third video in my flower making series, and this one is going to be a folded muslin flower. Lots of ladies have made them. It's one of my favourite flowers because you can make it absolutely, totally shabby. And I've been very much inspired to do this one by a lovely lady who's on my gallery group. One of the Scrimpy ladies, and that is, who is Vivian Garbutt. So thank you, Vivian. And she put up yesterday the most beautiful shabby flowers that she, well, I'm assuming that they're made from the folded method using small pieces of muslin or cheesecloth or other nice shabby fabric that frays. And hers was stunning. They're quite deep, big ones that Vivian has done. They're absolutely beautiful. So that's who's inspired me to make this one. Again, it's not a new technique. It's just that I do get ladies on the groups regular who say, you know, have you got a video on this? Have you got a video on that? So hence doing the series, make sure that there's a few videos on a few subjects. Right, so I've cut myself a big pile here. I haven't counted them, I've just cut a big pile of rough, like 2" by 2" squares, and this is muslin. Muslin's easier for me to come by than cheesecloth. I can buy this in bulk in 25-metre rolls quite easily. I've not seen cheesecloth in wholesale. And the cheesecloth is much wider woven, so I find it sometimes difficult to work with. That's me personally. I like the muslin. This is unbleached muslin, so it's got a creamy kind of look, and I'm using a black background at the suggestion of the lovely Janet Stokes. Thank you, Janet, who suggested that perhaps if I used a dark background the lighter coloured flowers might show up easier, so I'm giving it a go. See if it's any better for you. So basically all you do is you fold in them. This is a widely used technique. I'm trying not to and ah. Trying not to and ah. Apparently it has been mentioned by another friend of mine that I and ah a little bit on my videos, so I'm trying not to. So what you do is you get your square and you can fold it into a triangle and then into just another triangle, so you've got that. Or what I like to do is I fold it and I just have it just off centre so that my two corners don't quite meet, and then I fold this edge up to the centre and then this edge up to the centre, slightly overlapping, and I just prefer that pointy kind of petal. Okay, and then I glue it down with the join part upwards. I just like it, just gives a bit more of a fullness. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue in there, a tiny bit on the end, and I'm going to start working around in a circle on this very small doily. I'm going to start at the outer edge and work my way in, same as the previous videos. And again, this is a really good method for ladies who maybe struggle with the hands, because there's no sewing, it's all glue. So we're going to start at the outer edge. Try and keep your ring sort of even, otherwise you'll end up with a bit of an odd shape. But if you do, just trim it round with scissors, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to do it until we've gone all the way around. And again, I'm going to slightly overlap each layer. I'm not going to lay them exactly next to each other. It just gives a much fuller effect. It can be, this one, it can be a little bit time consuming, but I find it really therapeutic. And once you get a rhythm going, you soon crack on and you soon get through it. So, and basically you can do as few or as many layers as you want. And like Vivian's flower, who's inspired this, she's obviously done lots and lots of layers. I couldn't tell you how many. Vivian probably might leave a comment to tell you how many layers she does, but that will obviously make the thickness of your flower different. This is a slightly smaller flower, Debbie Vignola if you're watching. This is not as big as the other flowers that I've been doing. We're starting off with the 2 by 2 inch squares, so by the time you've folded them, you're going to end up with a much smaller flower that just fits in the palm of your hand, if you can just see. I can only apologise if it's a little bit bright, the light. It's really, really sunny today. It's lovely, it's really nice. I'm not going to complain because we've had nothing but rain for I don't know how long. So let's get cracking and get these folded and get it on. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't fold it exact. There's no right or wrong way really. You're just looking for a nice shabby look. Okay. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. I'm used to it. I've always said I've got asbestos hands. I think a lot of mums have, haven't they? But every now and again it catches me out and I'll get a bit of a burn. You know, because you think you're indispensable. I've just blobbed glue everywhere. Don't matter. It's on the bottom layer, so it's alright. Oops! These glue sticks are a little bit stringy. Not to worry. I mean, some ladies don't even use hot glue. They use wet glue. You know, fabric glue. And you can quite successfully make all of this using fabric glue. Just might take a little bit longer to dry, that's all. But you can. I've seen lots of ladies just use fabric glue on their flowers. The lady that comes to mind is Jeanette Bagley, who's I can never remember, is it Scrimpingmommy? Oh gosh, I can never remember people's YouTube channel names. I'm really bad with names. But I know for a fact she doesn't use a lot of hot glue at all. And her flowers and her projects are always stunning. I'm going to pick up some, you can get a glue called Fabri-Tac, and it is meant to be a really good one, so I'm going to pick some up next time I go to the wholesalers and try it out. And if I think it's good, I might get some to sell, but I'll have to try it out myself first. Right, so now I'm going to start with another layer, and you just start sticking them slightly further down into your ring and overlap the gap, the same as the other flower that I did, and you're just building up your layers. Try and do it a bit faster. Just keep on going. Keep on going. I'm not going to do them as deep as Viv obviously makes them, Vivian, because it would probably take me, it would probably be too long a video to do it the way she does. But if there's any scrimpy ladies out there, I'm sure you've seen the pictures on the gallery group and they're just divine. She needs to get on YouTube and get doing some videos. I've just been talking to a friend on Facebook. We've been out Pokemon hunting. I know a lot of people aren't approving of the new game, but it's a bit of fun for the children, isn't it? And we had a really long walk. Took the dogs out, they were exhausted, they kept laying in the middle of the path, laying down. Oh dear, they are funny. They're in the kitchen now, sprawled out, full length, exhausted. So they should be quiet for the rest of the day now because they're shattered. Awesome. So I'm just going to keep going round and building up this flower. It's so nice to have a bit of sunshine. It's lovely, isn't it? We've had such rubbish weather in England. Well, I mean, it could be worse, it could be snowing, but it's done nothing but rain and rain and rain for weeks and weeks. I mean, I'm on the Pennines, right on the edge of Huddersfield, on the brink of the Pennines, so we get rubbish weather because we're quite high up as well. So we get a lot of rain, but it's been even more ridiculous than normal for July. Can't wait to go on my holidays abroad and get a bit of sun on my face. We are going to Europe again and the Amalfi Coast this year. I'm going to Venice. I'm going to Athens again, which is awesome because I love Athens. Been before. Been to the Acropolis. It's absolutely like the hottest place in the world. If anybody's been to the Acropolis, they'll know what I'm on about. So I'm lucky enough to get to go again. Take some more photos. Right, we're getting there now. I've lost count of how many petals I've done. I'm just literally keeping going until I've got a nice fluffy flower. A fluffy flower. Try saying that when you've had a whisker. I haven't even really always gone round in a full circle. So there we are. Now I just need to find something pretty to put in the middle. As I say, you can carry on building and building and building, and instead of stepping your layers in, you can just have them all even so that you get a big deep flower. But just for quickness, I've done it like that. Let me just... No, I don't want that's too big. Don't want that in. Oh, don't want that in. I've changed my mind. I'm going to just have one of these simple little heart in the middle, like so. And then what I like to do is, what I should have done was put some tulle in. I think I'll try and put some bits of tulle in. I don't have any left on the roll, so I'm improvising. I'm just getting a little bit of tulle. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it. Really stringy, this glue, it's ridiculous. And I'm just going to add that randomly into some of my layers. If this was a different coloured tulle, it would be even better, but I don't actually have any. I'm totally out of stock of it. Can't keep it in. I need to go and get some. What I should do really is start and buy rolls of things for myself, for my videos, instead of relying on having bits and bobs left over. It's just little bits of tulle. And what I might do is I might just add some other bits and bobs, so you can just bob in some scraps in between the layers and see if I can find something that'll add a pop of colour. Just stick that in there. Let's have a look. What have I got? Don't know if pink would look. I might put a bit of pink lace in. Got this cheap pink lace. Let's put a bit of this in. See what that looks like. Cut it off to square. Just going to cut a square of it first and see what it looks like. It might not look right. Yeah, I'm having that. I love a bit of pink. It's just a bit of colour contrast, isn't it? Against the... yeah. We'll have some of that pink. So what I'm doing is I've got my flat lace, and to just get a square piece, I just fold it into a triangle and then just cut it off. And I'm just going to put a few pieces, not too many, just maybe 4. Fold it into a little triangle. Just put some glue on and just tuck it in. Pretty random, really. If I've got one there, I'll put one in there. And just stick it in the layers, just to add a bit of colour. Do another one. Good way of using up your scraps. If you've got some scraps left, just chop them up and stick them randomly in the layers of your flowers. Stick that in there. Another one. As I've said before, feathers. Somebody mentioned, I think it was Peggy, flower stamens. You can put anything you want in. Now, even though I was inspired by Vivian Garbutt, my flower is absolutely nothing like hers. Nothing like it at all. Right, have I done there? I don't know, I think I quite like to... Just going to cut these out and add them on like the leaves, because they're just sat on my desk doing nothing. So let's have some of this scrap lace. Cut a couple of these off, pretend that they're leaves, and add them to the back. Why not? Let's have a look. Might stick that in there actually. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, there you go, we'll stick them in there. Something a bit different. Stick in your scraps. There we go, look. So they're just peeking out. And that's bothering me, that flower centre's lost in there. Let's take that out. Let's take that out and try something else. Let me put some more of these leaves in. I've got a lot of glue strands. I must be onto a different brand of glue sticks and they're not terribly brilliant. So if I stick that in there, I've no idea if I'm in shot. I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, I am, just about. And then this one up here. So that we've got them at like in the quarters. Stick that one in there. Oh, I'm all glued up. That one in there like that. There we go. Let's get rid of some of this glue. And I think I need a bit more of a significant... Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to have this, which I think was an earring. Just need a bit more of a significant flower centre. Otherwise it's going to get lost in all of that frou-frou fluffiness. Is that in the centre? And then what you do whenever you're using cheesecloth or muslin, you just go like that. Give it a fluff and it will fray the edges so that you end up with a really shabby, messy, scruffy looking flower which is totally and utterly shabby chic. How pretty is that? There you go. Go and give it a try. Play with some muslin. It's absolutely wonderful stuff. I hope that the light's not shining too brightly. I don't know. Right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.